Hi, my name is Dwayne Venable. I'm here to talk to you about poetry. I love poetry to its core, everything about it, anything that is poetry, I love. I am an avid writer, and poetry is just something that I love to create. The earliest poets didn't even have pens, pencils, things to write down their poetry with. So most poets from back in those times often utilized songs, tales, folklore, and a lot of times people would memorize through song and dance and ritual and religious beliefs and behaviors, through hymns. And I think that that's very interesting. Have you ever written a poem before? Have you ever taken some time to write down your thoughts, the things that you feel passionate about, the things that you like to do, the things that you like to just be around, the people you'd like to be around, your culture. These are things that you could potentially write poetry. It doesn't have to be one of those things that's deep. It doesn't have to be generic. It just needs to be your original work, something that you created, something that you cultivated, something that you feel passionate about. And I think if everyone took a little bit of time to write something that could be a little bit creative, I think the world would end up being somewhere where we would love to be. I think the world would be an amazing, fun, happy, loving place that everyone would enjoy a lot more. I think the writers of the world would appreciate everything about more poetry being introduced to the rest of the world. And ultimately, when I write poetry, there's always a setting. There's something that I'm doing, or something that is inspiring me to do so. I might sit down and have a thought about a sunrise I saw, or sitting on the beach listening to an ocean crash, or the smell of a seashell. All of these things being truly inspiring in nature could ultimately spawn a 5-page poem, or maybe even a book. And I just think that writing is one of the most purest forms of creativity, and everyone in some form is a writer, and everyone in some form is a poet. Where's your poet? You gonna let him out to speak? Let's hear it. Thank you.